Crap. It's a good way to start a video. Crap. I accidentally locked the orientation up and down. It won't let me turn it sideways. Unless you guys tell me that I'm sideways, and then I'd be wrong. Pretty sure I'm up and down. We got the feeling good hat on. This is kind of a trial run to see if I can work tomorrow. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to my house. Welcome to the COVID couch. The COVID couch Cowboys Chronicles of chat. The chatting Cowboys Chronicles of COVID talk. Can I even see the chat if it's up and down? Yeah, I can, because there's Juan. He said, "Sup, Jeff." Nothing. I'm just hanging out on the couch, trying to make it till noon and see if my voice will work. It's like a research project to see if I can do radio tomorrow. I'm here to confirm COVID has not quit. It's still here. And that bastard can still be tough. Jeff come to stir. Have you had COVID like 69? No, I've had COVID twice. I don't know how I got it. I don't know. I never got the booster. So Omicron came rolling up and was like, "Sup, bro? You ready for me?" And I was like, "Technically, I guess I'm not." And it was like, "Cool, be seated." Um, but I think according to the CDC, if I wanted to, I could leave my house today because this is 5 days after first symptoms. But hi, everybody. Does anyone have a question, or do I need to have topics? Because I kind of just hit go live. Hey, formula! That'll get us started. What up, brother Jeff? Pool fund. What chances do Cowboys play Bucks in the first round of the playoffs? Would not have helped. We're not gonna. We're not doing. I guess I did bring up COVID. We're not. I promise we're not doing vaccine talk on my YouTube page. Chances the Cowboys play the Bucks in the first round is very high. I don't have a number in front of me, but it's very high because the odds of anybody catching the Cowboys when it comes to wild card teams are low, and the odds of Tampa moving up are low. So you're likely uh, playing Tampa in the first round on the road, and then I'm going to bitch about it because Tampa's going to be like 8-9, and they're going to host a playoff game against the 12-5 or 13-4 Cowboys. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, okay. A lot of vaccine talk in the chat. Prediction stats for James Washington today. James Washington might put up some decent numbers because unless the Cowboys are out here effing around like some slappy nuts, this game should be handled in relatively short order. And James Washington is active, which means in the second half, I bet he's going to play a bunch of snaps. That would be my guess. Same thing with Kelvin Joseph. He's worth watching today because I thought once he got into the game last week, he played all right. And so you'll see a whole bunch of snaps. And and this would be a nice one to get Kelvin Joseph going because the Texans are without their receivers, and they're not very good. And so this would be a nice one to let him build some confidence. Get out. Jerry called out Kelvin, didn't he? Yeah, Jerry did. Jerry calls out a lot of people for a guy who needs to be called out himself a lot of times, like his quote about the Washington football team. Jerry just needs to be careful before everybody starts calling him out for everything, you know? Or maybe not. He's been doing this for 80 years, and he's still rolling, and people are letting him make it. So maybe Jerry's fine. We're not going to worry about that. So yeah, Kelvin Joseph is worth watching today. Washington's worth watching today because if it turns out that he's a capable NFL starter that could be a decent third wide receiver on your team, that'd be a nice little boost for them. That'd be a nice thing to have. What quarter does Cooper Rush come in? Late in the third, early fourth. Which also means that it's very possible the Cowboys lose today because we're all just used to that. When they're going to go out there and they should beat a team by 100, they're about to beat the Texans 17-16. It's going to be wild. I really think they're just like us. I think the Cowboys are just like us. Some teams handle it better than others. I think the Cowboys are showing up to work today thinking exactly what I'm thinking. And then it'll be 10-0 Texans. And they'll be like, oh, okay. We have to try to play now. Formula once again keeping me afloat, helping me recover from my bad bets and my days off YouTube because of my cove. It's a blessing in disguise to have KJ just step in and play. He's a better edge setter, corner spot, and a better tackler than Anthony Brown. That's definitely true this year. And they need him to become a dude or become at least a dude who can start. Because, like, a lot of people would probably look back at the Cheeto pick and be like, oh, yeah, that wasn't a good pick. But, like, Cheeto's still a good NFL player. He was, what, a 4-year starter for you? And Joseph can't find his way onto the field. So he needs to play, and he needs to play well. Don't ask me fantasy football questions. I'm out of the damn playoffs. I'm out. I didn't make it this year. Our team was unhealthy. We made a run once Kenneth Walker became a thing, but we came up a game short of the postseason. So my fantasy advice would be don't ever listen to me for fantasy advice. That's my fantasy advice. There's a question asked on Twitter. Will Jalen Tolbert be on the team next year? I wonder. As soon as James Washington is healthy and they realize they're not going to sign Odell Beckham, Jalen Tolbert's back to being inactive. In a game you're expecting to beat the crap out of somebody, he's inactive again. And I'm not quitting on him. I'm one of the idiots who told you that I thought that he was going to be a big contributor as a rookie. I thought that he would be a starter because they just didn't have anybody else to do it. And nothing. What's up with OBJ? Well, it turns out that either Jay Glazer's a liar or, no, I don't want to say that. Jay Glazer's a sweet man, and I don't think he's a liar. But apparently, there's a big difference between medically cleared and ready to play football because Jay Glazer said over a month ago that Odell was medically cleared, and now every NFL team thinks there's no way you're going to play in the regular season, and I don't know if you would play in the playoffs. And he thought that he was going to get 2 or 3 year contract offers with big money, and every team's like, dude, you can't even play. So if Odell signs with anybody, I don't think he's going to help him. I can see the Eagles doing it, though, because it's a very Eagles thing. The Eagles don't care. They're very much like, I don't know, maybe it'll work out. Let's go for it. And they'll do that. Like Robert Quinn didn't help them at all, but they went for it and they got him. Sue's helping him a little bit, and brain fart, other D tackle. Don't worry about it. They'll chase guys down and see what happens. Any DBs available that could come in and give us a boost? I'm over Kelvin Joseph. Well, Kelvin Joseph is going to get every shot in the world, and if that doesn't work out, they just added Mackenzie Alexander, who, correct me if I'm wrong, he was a first-round pick within the last half decade. I remember him at Clemson. And they have another former Quinn guy. Is it Sheffield? Former Ohio State guy on the practice squad. So they got dudes, but they don't have dudes that you really want on the field. You want Kelvin Joseph to play well. That's what you want. I had tacos this morning. What did you guys have? My test run of will I be able to broadcast tomorrow is going fairly well. I think I could broadcast tomorrow. CD needs 72 yards, reach 1,000. Do you think he gets it today? Yeah. 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 I'm not over Kelvin Joseph. Hi, Thompson. With Tyron coming back soon, is McGovern going to go back to being fullback in our big week? I bet. Well, not if you're talking about the ones where Zeke plays fullback, because I think they like having the threat that they might hand it to this guy coming up the middle, or Pollard might be going wide. When they have their occasional Pollard and Zeke back there, backfield, I don't think so. But will Kellen have some fun with his extra offensive lineman? Probably. Kellen likes to have fun. Let's see. I haven't missed anything, have I? Hams, eggs, and hash browns. Jalapeno poppers. I can understand somebody saying they're over Kelvin Joseph. I'm not. Let's get him out there, make him play, knowing that he's going to play. And there ain't nobody behind you. You're playing, buddy. Let's see what you got. Kelvin Joseph equals stupid penalties on special teams. Now you really have to count on him. He's had a couple, and he had a bad one last week. But Kelvin Joseph's been really, really, really good as a punt gunner. Don't let the couple of penalties make you think that's not true. How come no one's talking about Bland? He's amazing. I think we're talking about Bland. I don't think Odell's coming here. I want him, but I don't think Odell's coming here too, or either, unless Odell has no other offers, because every team is terrified that he's not going to play this year. And if his asking price is anything like what people were talking about a while back, like a Michael Gallup contract, there are 0 teams in the NFL that are going to offer you that. I'm as Odell Beckham positive as you can be in terms of the Rams don't win a Super Bowl without him last year. He'd upgrade your wide receiver room. That's great. All those things are great. It still doesn't equal $12 or $13 million a year for a 30-year-old coming off 2 torn ACLs who can't even go run routes on a football field right now. Negative, buddy. Negative. That ain't happening. I wonder how good the audio is on these AirPods. Can you hear my dog constantly barking at a squirrel in the backyard? That's my life. That's my life. Well, the Cowboys are going to win by 100. You guys want to see my Peloton? I got a Peloton now because I'm a wealthy housewife. That's what I am. Although they say the accessories will come first, they didn't. So right now I have a Peloton with no mat underneath it, no shoes to clip into it, so I can't really ride it. So it's really just taking up a bunch of space. I wonder if the Cowboys should try DB at outside cornerback and KJ at nickel. You think KJ could play nickel? I think just due to the Botox got postponed because of me, Jeff. Yes, formula is the reason for the Peloton. There's no way we have a Peloton without formula. That is facts. No, I like the way that they're going to run it out there now. If it doesn't work and you want to try flipping it, I think that's fine too. But I think you want your taller, longer player to play outside first. Can the Giants beat the Eagles today? I hope, because if the Giants can beat the Eagles today, you're alive. You are alive. Because unless I've got this twisted, and I don't think I do, that first tiebreaker for division winner is division record after head-to-head. So if you beat the Eagles and you're split 1-1 on the year and you have the better division record, which the Cowboys would, then the Cowboys can get the 1 seed. They just have to win every football game from here on out, which even for a really good team is a lot to ask. But it's not doable. It's doable. That would make for fun radio tomorrow. 7 to 11 a.m. on 97.1 The Freak. Me, Kevin Turner, Julie Dobbs. We have a good time. It's also on the iHeartRadio app. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Formula already emptied his pockets. So I feel like we've accomplished the goal of the day. Do we see Rush and David start the second half? Who's David? Who's David? Oh, Malik Davis. Man, if you got rid of him that quickly in an NFL game, that would be awesome, even with it being a bad team without some of their starters. Break down what Teddy was saying on TV. He's usually pretty fair with the Cowboys. Oh, Teddy was just doing the weird thing where I don't believe in the way a lot of people do sports talk, TV, or radio, where it's like, hey, we got to just lead with super strong opinions. And with Teddy, he just went out of his way with the Cowboys to be like, well, they have to make sure that they don't ask Dak to do much. You know, he needs to be what did he say? I don't know if he used the word bus driver. I forgot what it was. And Matt Hasselbeck was like, Dak's really good. And he was like, I'm telling you, if you're asking him to win the game, you're in bad shape. And I'm just like, what? It's just weird to feel that way about the number 1 scoring offense in football since he got back, who was a bad offense before he got back. Very strange. Matt Hasselbeck was like, I don't understand what you're doing, but Dak's good. Would you play Clark more than Barr? Um, with the understanding that I'm just saying it's hard to say because Cox gets so little run and meaningful playing time in the season. But if you were going off of watching Anthony Barr playing week to week and watching Jabril Cox, what we saw in camp and preseason, I would be like, yes, get Jabril Cox out there. I don't think Barr's been great. I think he's been, I think Van Der Esch has been better than Barr for sure. Damone Clark, but he at least can fly. So I wish Jabril Cox were getting some snaps, but, I don't watch him practice every day. There must be something going where they don't trust him as much as they trust Anthony Barr. Hopefully Washington gets a tud today. I hope Washington plays well too, because I was the ringleader of when he got hurt that it wasn't that big of a deal, because nothing at camp said that he should be starting other than the fact that they didn't have any capable wide receivers. So if Washington is able to really help this team and upgrade their third wide receiver spot, I think that'll be really nice. That'll be really nice. And people should be happy about that. Old Brock Purdy. Big 12, stand up. OBJ is nothing like AB. No, no. Odell Beckham is a very confident man who enjoys attention. But, I enjoy attention. Anthony Brown is troubled. Anthony Brown and Kanye and Britney, those people are troubled. Odell, I don't believe, is troubled. At least not to that extent if he is. We're all troubled, okay? We all got stuff. What do you want to see from Washington today? Inability to separate against NFL players, because I don't think I saw that in camp. He was always a weird one coming out of college because he was a deep ball guy that won deep and made plays, and yet he's not that fast. And so it was like, how high do you pick that? And then Pittsburgh picked him in what, like the third or fourth? And I was like, I guess that's about where you pick that and see if that works in the NFL. And has it? But yeah, I'd like to see him be clearly better than Noah Brown, honestly. That would be the goal. Did my laptop die? I need to get my Twitter pulled up. Because in the comments we're saying that Curse got hurt in pregame, which I believe you guys. Let's check it out. Do you think Tolbert can understand the playbook? I don't know, man. It's got to be a lot to not even be able to be active on a team that doesn't have really good wide receivers. Okay, let's see. Ron Curse in my top secret database. Oh, yeah. He's being helped off the field. Injured in pregame warmups. That's wild. Which leg is that he's limping on? Right leg? But yeah, you had a guy under each shoulder helping him off the field. I can't even tell which one is the limp. Come on, Jeff. You walk with a limp. I think it's his right leg. Yeesh. Well, get ready, Israel Mukwamu, because Marquise Bell isn't even active. All right. Well, get you some Mukwamu. Do we draft a corner in the first round? That would be my bet if we were betting today. All players being equal, like what do you hope is the best player available? Probably a corner. Unless Joseph plays really, really well here. Because if Joseph plays well and Bland continues to play well and you have Trayvon Diggs, then in theory you have three corners. But right now, yeah, I'm looking at corner. I'm looking at receiver. I'm looking at an offensive lineman for the left side to pair with Tyler Smith long term. If you promised me it was a badass, I'd consider a D tackle in the first. No tight end. We'll see about running back. Depends what they do. Hi, Daniel. Welcome. Good to see you. Daniel's name shows up in green because he's a member of the channel, which means he loves me and I love him. Jeff, do the Cowboys rookies have mentors and sponsors on the team? Seems like if the rookies aren't ready, they're left hanging. Simi and Tolbert. I guess what do you mean? I know there are people that are part of the coaching staff. There are enough members of the coaching staff that everybody has help in terms of being adjusted what they got going on. But there's also the element of we get 17 football games before the postseason, and if you're not going to be able to help me win these football games, then you're not going to get a lot of attention. We're just going to go out there and try to win these football games. Jeff, what about Devin Smith? Where is Devin Smith? Is he still around? I mean, Devin Smith was a run fast guy that it never really worked out for. There's lots of run fast guys that it doesn't work out for. So just if you're fast, that doesn't mean you're going to be a good football player. And Devin Smith, free agent. Fast does not mean great NFL future. Like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill aren't just fast; they are super good at football. Devin Smith just kind of never got it going. What does he have? 15 catches in his career. He was drafted in what, 2014, 2015? Yeesh. Yep, Jaron Curse got hurt in warm-ups. I just watched him limping off the field. I seen it. I seen it. All right. I'm going to go watch Teddy Bruschi do some more hating. You guys have a wonderful day. From the COVID Couch Chronicles of Cowboys Chat. That's 5 C's. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everyone. I love you. Goodbye.